to Inside the Game on the National Soccer Network. Now, here are your hosts, Jonathan Turner and Nathan Wangler.
Welcome in Inside the Game. It's episode 183. Yes, I know it says 182, but I don't have access to change the graphics at the moment. No, it is not Friday, October 31st. It is Monday, November 3rd. My name is Ryan Glinsky, and we got Nate Wangler with me. Nate, how are you doing on our first November show?
I'm doing great. Woo! Hey, we're still talking about Halloween today, so I don't think it's the worst thing in the world that we got it at the bottom there. But we're live now. People know we're live. This is not a replay. This is live, in person, in your face. We're talking ball today. I'm doing great. I was in Chicago over the weekend. Ireland came to Soldier Field to take on New Zealand, the All Blacks, in rugby. Now, those are two... internationally speaking, those are two top three teams. South Africa's number one. Ireland was number two. New Zealand was number three. And they had done this before, so I think they came to Soldier Field. I believe it was 2016. Ireland ended up winning that game, and so they kind of ran it back, almost like a 10-year anniversary type thing. It wasn't quite 10 years, but the experience was fascinating. Because rugby in a lot of ways is kind of a niche sport. Now, a little history lesson for anybody watching the show today. American football was born from rugby, right?
Makes
So
sense.
that's what they were playing in the U.S., and then it evolved into what we know as American football today. But I played in high school, and so we were going down, and we kept hearing, and certain people were saying, like, it's probably not going to be a sellout. You know, you're probably going to have a decent amount of people there. Who knows? We had 61,000 people in there, a sellout. Woo! At Soldier Field. I'm telling you what, dude, the Chicago is just crawling with Irish folks, and they were all over the place. I felt at home, seriously, in the tailgate. I'm like, these are my people. I don't know why it's taken me 29 years to find my people, but here we are. But no, man, it was great. A lot of beer, a lot of fun times, a lot of food. Rugby community is very tight, very, very tight, because it's very much a niche sport, but we all love it, and Ireland ended up losing the game, but not bad spending a Halloween weekend in Chicago, so that was great. Obviously got to watch Game 7 of the World Series. I'll let you kick off that conversation because I'm still sick to my stomach. This is just gross to me. But anyways, great weekend. What about you?
Yeah, I did 4 hockey games here on our Sports Nation TV channel. Which, by the way, make sure you head over to our TikTok page and everything. I'm currently liking our video as we speak. Head over to YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all that fun stuff, or Facebook, wherever you listen to us. But no, so I did our show here, went over to my other show, came back here, did University of Rhode Island hockey game, and after I get done calling a game, I get this really big high. And I knew my buddy was having a Halloween party, which was 10 minutes from our studio here. And I was like, man, I'm going to ride this high, get into this Halloween party. And that high was going on, got to see everyone. But within the first 30 minutes of me being there, I get a massive just crash. Like, I need to go to bed. And so I stuck it out. For a little bit, watched Game 6 of the World Series because that was on a little bit. And then Saturday and Sunday, did another peak performance prep hockey game here on Sports Nation. Did a Michigan football watch party. Man, that was just a waste of time. And then did peak performance prep yesterday. Then watched the Lions. Waste of time. And now we're here having a good time. But to your Game 7 point, I know you're a big baseball guy. I was only able to tune in from the 8th inning on, which I guess kind of was the only time I really needed to tune in anyway. I'm not into the same. I'm not cut from the same cloth as you compared to what it is to baseball and how much is you like it. But I would have liked the Blue Jays to win. The Dodgers win has no effect on me really whatsoever. But I would have liked to see the Blue Jays win. But I will allow you to get on your soapbox here in terms of Game 7 of the World Series. Great game, by the way. Great game. I would have liked the Blue Jays, but What do you have to say?
Our grandparents growing up, of course, the game was much more popular back then than what it is now. I think that baseball, in terms of popularity, has taken a backseat to football specifically. Right? We call it America's pastime for a reason, because I think it really kind of ushered in a lot of the other major sports because it's older than any of the major sports. And there used to be a franchise once upon a time that reigned supreme over every other organization in baseball. They were the standard. They got the best players. They got the best contracts. They got everything. If you played for this team, you were something, right? You weren't just a guy. You were a dude if you were a part of this organization. And as the New York Yankees, right? They had a stranglehold over baseball, and they would call them the evil empire. Now, I don't really know if that necessarily resonates now. I mean, how many World Series have we seen from the Yankees in our lifetimes? Not nearly as many as our grandparents did.
That was last year.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, not nearly as much as our grandparents, not nearly as much as our parents. They used to run the sport of baseball. We have a new Yankees in Major League Baseball, and it's the Los Angeles Dodgers. So to see them win a World Series, and I don't care how it comes, right? I don't care what it looks like. It was a great Game 7. It was an awesome baseball game. I don't agree with the assertion that it's the greatest Game 7 ever. I will stand by Cubs, then Indians, now Guardians in 2016.
I agree with you on that one. I agree with you.
Far and away the greatest baseball game ever. This one was a close second, or it's up there. Maybe I'll give it top 5. But there's no pleasure that I get from watching a team like LA win a World Series. You have the greatest player to ever play the game. And yeah, I can say that confidently, by the way. Okay, there's no one like Shohei Ohtani now, and I find it hard to believe there will ever be someone like him in the future. Because everyone wants to talk about two-way players like it's the new thing. A lot of guys that try to do that, yeah, you can maybe do it in the Big Ten or the SEC. Professional ball is a different game. And he makes it look like a video game. I don't understand it. Okay, so they have him. They have their all-star pitching lineup. Roki Sasaki that you were talking about. I mean, the what he did to help the Dodgers win the World Series, especially in those last 2 games, was unbelievable. The rich get richer sometimes. And with every single major signing that we see for the Dodgers in the offseason and everything else that they're doing, it just seems like this is a trend that's going to continue for the foreseeable future. So that's why it doesn't bring me any pleasure to see them win another World Series. It actually digs at me a little bit. And I feel for Toronto because I got no beef with Toronto. Not the biggest Drake fan in the world, but Toronto's right next to Detroit. So I'm cool with them. But yeah, that's why it hurts. It hurts. Today hurts.
Yeah, what Yamamoto did in the
Yamamoto, that's it. My bad. Got the last name wrong there. Not Sasaki.
The 3 innings that he did, never understood what was going on. I was like, didn't he just pitch yesterday? And I was thinking he comes in, he's gonna pitch like a batter or 2, like 2 max, get him out. If he fits the matchup, whatever it is, because we're used to AJ Hinch. And he comes out there and sorry, JT's now calling. I'll get to him at the commercial break.
Okay.
But no. I thought what he did was robot like, and it was
it just
what he did.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And I will say this, and I know we got a transition. We got a lot to talk about today. Got USL playoffs. And talk about Chris Richards a little bit. Crystal Palace having an issue with him playing in the friendlies. But I will say the one thing LA has done is they've tapped into a baseball market, which has become a hotbed in the world, which is Japan. They're quickly, in my mind, becoming the best baseball playing country in the world. And that's a tough thing to do because, again, the United States had a stranglehold over this game for the longest time because we've been playing it for the longest time. But the way that they've developed and continue to develop and just the culture around the game in Japan is amazing. And so part of me has to give credit to the international scouting department for the Dodgers because they've done their homework. They've really tapped into that market, and it's really helped them. It's helped them win a World Series. It just helped them win number 9 this year. So I got to give them credit in that regard.
All right. We're going to have to transition into a break here. But when we come back, we'll talk about the boys MHSAA state championships. Chris Richards is in there. Some big moves in USA Soccer. Detroit City FC with a massive win. So don't go anywhere as you are listening to 183 on Inside the Game.
Experience the thrill of the game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind.
Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics,
Letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail.
whether it's a championship win or a legendary play.
NSN Game Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate.
Call 586-304-4405
And start watching today.
Welcome back to 183. I just got word from John that this whole station on the podcast has to go over to Oakland. So this is going to be the end of 183. We lasted 12 minutes here.
Wow.
So, yeah, we will see you tomorrow for 184. The three of us will be back here. John's currently calling a basketball game. So, Nate, I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, man. Yeah, take it easy, dude. Good work today.
Yeah, you too. Great soccer talk. Fantastic.
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right,
Hey, man.
talk to you later.
Yeah.
Have a good
All
one.
right. See y'all.
Bye.
From the biggest matches to the hottest takes, Jonathan Turner and Nathan Wenger bring you the stories, the analysis,